This story starts in a world not so different from your own, the land of Elrin, ruled over by the dual gods of creation and destruction, Ulysses and Deleo. As the goddess of creation and the caretaker of the cycle of life and rebirth, I drew strength from the love and faith of my people and, in turn, used my powers to safely return their souls to the cycle of life and rebirth at the end of their days. Out of love for my creations, I granted them self-sovereignty, and, with my blessings, a king was selected from among them. With this newfound freedom, my people flourished, but with a ruler of their own, they had less need for me, and, with time, began to forget. My wish for their independence from my influence, while done out of love for them and all they were capable of, meant that their faith in me declined, and with it, my divine powers. But where there's creation, so too must there be destruction. Deleo's task was a thankless one. He had long been envious of the reverence the people had for me. With my powers weakened, he seized his opportunity, planting a seed of greed and hatred in the hearts of our people. The growing wealth of the land and diminishing faith proved fertile ground for such an influence. As knights betrayed their king and neighbor turned on neighbor, the wars began. Fueled by the savage passion of Deleo, they traded pens for the sword. So consumed with the claiming of another's property, they left their own homes to disrepair. The empire had watched them build, began to crumble. And through it all, I could only watch, with my powers so drained by years of neglect of my temples, and not a prayer to draw strength from. I was cut off from my people, a mere spectator, as Deleo reveled in the destruction. Even my little messengers could do nothing to renew the spark of faith in their hearts. The balance of Elrin had been irrevocably tipped towards destruction. As I watched the smouldering remains of the land I loved, I resolved myself to practice that which I embody. I turned towards new worlds and sought rebirth. Upon reaching Earth, I knew I could no longer maintain my stance of non-interference. I would have to live among these new people and understand their hearts in order to best serve them as a god. Taking the surname Elrin, in homage to my lost world, I would need a means of reaching people around the earth to learn from them and build their faith in me, and with it, my divine powers. But that was where I faltered. However could I reach so many people with such little presence? In pursuit of an answer to my question, I ventured out into their world. I observed a strange object people used to transmit their faces and voices around the world. They used a combination of devices to reach others' hearts. I saw people laughing. I saw them fostering a place of joy and bringing people of all backgrounds together. This streaming thing was it. I had my answer. And now, I begin my journey to build a community, my community, and grow stronger together. Hello! Hello, welcome in. There's so many people here, oh my gosh. Hello Hermes, hello Zele, oh my gosh. Orion and... I need to make sure I get everyone. Orion and Claudimus and everyone who is here. Thank you so much for joining me for my debut. My name is Ulysses Elrin, VTuber and Goddess of Rebirth. Amuna Boo, hi! That was awesome, thank you Claudimus. It took a lot of work, but I had a lot of fun doing that lore video. How did everyone find it? Hopefully the level of the volume and everything was okay. Love the art style, thank you. Thank you so much. It was good. Oh, I'm glad. Glad people liked it. Volume was good? Perfect, thank you, Anim. It was very pretty, thank you, Hermes. Appreciate it. How is my audio now? Can you hear me okay? Is the background music at a good volume? You're a model. Yes, LA! You finally get to see me move and hear my voice and everything. All good. Perfect. Perfect. A good balance. Great to hear. Great to hear. All right. So it's debut time. Very nerve-wracking. Very, very nervous myself, but we're gonna have a gander and see how we go. So I'm gonna jump us over to the PowerPoint now. I've just put us to start with just in what will be my just chatting screen. So with a beautiful animated background, which I'll give credits for later. But let's jump over to the PowerPoint and get started, shall we? All right. You'll have to forgive me for being a bit nervous as well. I'm sure it'll get better as I go along, but for now I'm very anxious, but we'll see how we go. So, debut. Let's get started. So I'm going to start with what's on screen. Beautiful transition screen. Thank you. But the Twitch compression does not like. Oh, that's a bit of a shame. I'm going to start with my model. I didn't bother hiding it to start with because I know that I did a reveal on X and everything, so everyone's seen it already. Hi all. Hi Zephyrus! How are you today? So, hey, hi, everyone's saying hi. It's lovely. My model was done by the wonderful Senyu, so I have a beautiful, wonderful sibling group who's very, very supportive. So we're going to start by taking a look at my model. So we got obviously what you'll see most of, which is my face with my halo, which is removable there. So I can take that off so that I don't need to worry about blocking chat or games. And Sen does an amazing job. Absolutely. Sen is amazing. Has been a wonderful parent to so many of us. So I'm very grateful to be joining the Sen family. They're all wonderful people. And if we move down a bit, got some of the body. Fishy sway. Keep moving down. And we've got these beautiful wing pieces. So these are not functional wings, they're just cloth, but like a drapery behind me. Oh, you have work soon? No worries, Zephyrus. Thank you for dropping in anyway, I appreciate it. And then down the bottom, we've got these beautiful moving butterflies on both the dress and on my sandals. So you can see those move about. Flap, flap. Yeah, they do flap. So the if I take a look at everything together then, the wings I can also remove as well. So that's her without the wings. Lots of swishy movement. Zen did such a good job with the movement and everything, and the art is just gorgeous. I'll chuck those wings back on. Alright. Get situated for the next bit. So logo. So in the bottom left of the screen there, you'll see the Ulysses Ellerin logo. So that's something I had commissioned by Mika Logo. I'll do proper credits for everything a bit later. But they did also an amazing job, and I really love the logo. It has such beautiful elements linking back to my design, so they did a really, really good job there. The stream overlay, you'll see quite a bit. So this is the sort of streaming overlay that I'll have for all my gaming and things. So there's that, and then more features to come. So once we get Twitch affiliated, once we push for that, we'll have things like emotes that I have lined up, and looking into some like sub badges and channel points and all that I will work on getting customized once we have that set up. So we're gonna, before we get into the main front of the debut, let's look at some rules. So just a couple of rules just to make sure that we have a safe space for everyone in the community. So primarily just try and be respectful to me as a creator and then others in the chat and the community. I think this pretty much goes without saying. Just be respectful, be nice. We're not here to hurt anyone. And on that note, discrimination is a big no-no. So on any basis, we don't want to discriminate against people. We want to be welcoming to them. I also want to request that we have no NSFW or sexually explicit comments in the chat. I want to make my stream super accessible, and those things also make me uncomfortable. So just as a general, try not to use those, please. And then also with swear words, try not to use them if you can. I will accept some in moderation, but we're going to try and make it welcoming and accessible to everyone. I don't want to have to do any 18 plus tags or anything like that. I want to make it fun for everyone involved. And then most importantly, have fun. We're here to have fun. We're here to play around and experiment with new things and learn. So yeah, it's important to have fun as well. So about me. So my name is Ulysses Ellerin. There's been a couple of questionable pronunciations, which has been very interesting and fun to listen to. But the technical way to pronounce Ulysses is Ulysses, as there I have written down the pronunciation guide. So otherwise, just feel free to call me Yuli. That's my nickname, and I am very, very happy for people to use that. That makes me very happy when they do. So please feel free. My Oshi marks are the butterfly, which usually shows up as blue, but not on PowerPoint. The sparkles and the heart, so I don't mind which ones you use. The primary one would be the butterfly, but I don't mind if you want to use any of the others. My height, so 162 centimeters, so approximately 5'3", which means I think I am actually taller than Sele, if I remember correctly, which is very strange to think of. He's a wonderful, wonderful short boy there. My birthday doesn't really translate well to this world from my previous world, but I am setting it as the 1st of January, so the start of the new year. As we, start the new cycle, I'm going to have my birthday on that day and celebrate then. Well, poor Sally. He probably hears it enough from other people. I apologize, Sally. You're short king. Languages, primarily English. It's the only one I'm fluent in, but standard unit of height measurement. How many Seles are you tall? The great question. I'm also learning Japanese, although at a very basic level still. So I'd love to learn more of it. I have been to Japan. I love their culture and everything. So it's something I would like to learn. And then possibly in the future, maybe a European language such as Norwegian, but I'm not at that stage yet. So fan names are to be decided. I have a couple of example brainstorms there, but I don't really have anything set in stone yet. So I thought that's something that we could decide together as, our community sort of grows a bit more and we find something that actually suits us as a community as well. So that's something that we can decide at a later date as well. As for my Myers-Briggs type inventory, it is INFJ. So I am very, very introverted, as I think a lot of us within the VTuber community are. I usually score about 97% introverted, so I probably won't do a lot of super long streams, but I still really enjoy it, and I'm so excited to get to know everyone and to share games and other experiences with everyone in the community. So that will be exciting. As for tags, so a general one will be just Ulysses Ellerin. My art tag, which I've already used quite a bit and I've received a couple of fan arts on, which is very exciting, is Yuli art. And then for clips from streams, just Yuli clips. We can come up with more tags as we need there as well. So moving on. Likes and dislikes. So, cats. I really like cats. I have a cat. She's beautiful. They are amazing creatures and adorable, and there's not much that needs to be said there. Pirates. This is a bit of a strange one, but I really like pirates and their history, and the romanticized versions is really interesting. The Pirates of the Caribbean movies, Sea of Thieves, like pirate stuff's really cool. And I find it really interesting. So I think Sea of Thieves is something we could definitely all play and have some fun with. And yeah. Books, manga, and webcomics, another thing that I really, really like. I really like to read, and when I don't have time to read a full novel, the webcomics are really quick and easy and has some gorgeous art. But yeah, on art, digital and traditional art, I also really, really like. Both appreciating other people's work and also doing it myself. I tend to do more digital art these days, but I do really like traditional art as well, particularly like watercolors as well, are just gorgeous. Chocolate is really good. It's sweets in general. I really, really like sweets. I have a bit of a sweet tooth, which is probably not great, but chocolate and sweets and everything is great. So the ocean, I really like the ocean, not necessarily being on it in a boat or in it, but like just sitting by it and appreciating it. The ocean is so pretty and calming, and yeah, I really like the ocean. And also tea, both hot tea and iced tea, and various different types. Really, really, really like. So yeah. As for dislikes, seafood and spicy food. Just don't like it. I don't like spice, and seafood I don't eat at all. Jazz music, I'm not that into. I tend to like pretty much every other type of music, but just not jazz. Alright, happy debut. Oh, thank you, Yelan! I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right. Yelan? Just let me know if I've got that correct. Thank you for joining. I'm very happy to have you here. So other dislikes are horror. So horror movies, horror games, things like that. I have played things like Lethal Company, but I get pretty scared pretty easily. So we might have to work up to doing that sort of a thing on stream. On that note, in the dark, I can't stand. I have a bit of a fear of the dark. Yelan? No worries. Thank you for letting me know, Yelan. Got it. And thank you. I appreciate it. So I guess that fear of the dark sort of plays into the horror a bit more as well. So games, even if they're not like super jump scary, if they're just dark, I can't stand them. And then spiders and mosquitoes. We get a lot of those here, and I don't like them. Mosquitoes are more of an annoyance. Spiders I can't stand. They're really scary. Particularly like huntsmen and wolfies and the other big hairy crawly ones. Just hate those. Spiders absolutely not. So you get it, Yelan. They're awful. They're awful. And there's a lot of dangerous ones here as well. So. Oh, thank you for the follow. Thank you, Yelan. I appreciate it. They're just little guys. No, they're not. They're big guys. They're so big. Alright, so games. So, sort of games that I'm into. I thought I was following you the whole time. Oh, that's okay. Well, I appreciate you joining now. The games that I'm into include Metroidvanias. So in particular, I really like the Ori franchise. Probably my favorite game of all time would be Ori and the Blind Forest. I really like that. And then other things, Metroidvanias and Pokemon, let's go. Yes, let's go. Metroidvanias are so much fun. I'm not the best gamer, but they're fun. Pokemon as well. I haven't played all of the franchise, but I do really enjoy it. Although the type chart just does not stick in my brain. So I do have to reference that quite a bit when I'm playing through. Oh, the game is gorgeous. Yeah, Ori is just stunning. And the music is really great too. I prefer Blind Forest over Will of the Wisp just because it's the sort of boss sequences are more of an escape rather than a boss fight, and I just prefer that sort of a platforming to sort of a boss fight. So I really, really like the first game. But I have played a bit of the second as well. I haven't managed to get through it. I've been stuck on a boss, but otherwise, yeah. Otherwise, also Sea of Thieves. As I mentioned, I really like pirates, and Sea of Thieves, I get to pretend to be a pirate, so it's a lot of fun. Genshin Impact, I do play a lot of Genshin Impact. I haven't gotten into really other MiHoYo or HoYoverse games yet, but I am thinking of maybe starting Honkai Star Rail on stream or something like that. Fate Grand Order, so I do play a lot of gacha games, unfortunately. So Fate Grand Order is a lot of fun. I really like the story, and the character designs are just gorgeous. Other gacha games are things like Arknights as well. I do play. Shadowverse is a card game, so it's a digital card game. I do play a little bit of the physical one as well, but mainly the digital one. So there's that too. JRPGs, just in general, I play a few ones. Atelier Ryza, things like that. Arknights mention, yes, we appreciate the Arknights mention. It doesn't get mentioned enough. It kind of goes under the radar, except for the gacha game fanatics. And then comfy simulation games. I really like comfy, like methodical simulation games. I've been playing a lot of City Skylines recently as just, you know, working towards a goal with sort of a low pressure environment. So it's a lot of fun. So, movies and TV. So, anime. I do really like anime. I haven't been able to keep up with a lot of things at the moment. I've been too busy, but I really like anime, and I do watch a lot of it. In particular, things like Violet Evergarden, Oshinoko, Case Study of Vanitas, some of my favorites. So yeah, and also Toilet Bound Hanako-kun, and some funny ones as well. I like comedy ones, so like Sleepy Princess and the Demon Castle as well are some really good ones. I would absolutely recommend. K-dramas as well. I don't watch as many these days, but they're fun to sort of see, as long as you can make do with how dramatic they are. But they can be fun. Pirates of the Caribbean, as mentioned, another Pirates thing. It has its problems, but it is also so much fun, really well done, and I adore the soundtrack so much. But yeah, I really like nature documentaries, particularly things like, you know, Planet Earth and the ones about animals. I really like. I like learning things, so documentaries in general are really interesting to me, and similarly true crime videos, which is, I mean, some people find weird, but I enjoy learning about sort of people's motivations and things like that. So I like nature documentaries, true crime videos, and then down the bottom there I've got like YouTube video essays. So I tend to watch a fair few essays on different topics and analyzing different things and different criminal cases and things like that. Also fantasy romance villainess stories. So this is to do with a lot of the webcomics I read. The villainess sort of maybe time travel, maybe travel into a book, those sorts of things. It's my guilty pleasure, that sort of thing. I love it so much. It's so bad, but yeah. Goals for streaming. So I'm hoping to one day reach 500 followers on Twitch, which would be amazing, and 1,000 followers on Twitter or X. So we did actually recently pass the 500 followers on Twitter, which was absolutely unexpected and amazing. So I appreciate everyone who supported me so far on this journey, and I hope to one day reach 1,000. That would be very excited. So I also want to organize a collab with other VTubers, and in particular play a game with my Sen siblings. They've been so welcoming and so supportive in everything, and I really want to hang out with them more and get to know them more. Easy girls who get there in no time. I hope so, Annam. I do hope so. I also want to improve my art, which I think I have been doing a lot recently anyway. Yes, Sen siblings, not going to be a problem. Yeah, I agree. They're all so amazing. I also want to become more confident. So I do have difficulties with public speaking and things like that, but I think this is a great opportunity, and I want to grow as a person, and I think this is great. and play games outside of my comfort zone. So this will probably be things like horror in collabs and things like that. I want to stretch my boundaries a bit and grow some more there as well. And then maybe someday merch. Merch would be fun. So I sent out some questions on Twitter asking for, I sent out a prompt on Twitter asking for some questions. So we're going to go through those now. So Ashibu asked, what would be your last meal? And honestly, just like a good steak and chips with like Domino's garlic bread, because Domino's garlic bread slaps, and a buffet dessert, because I can't choose my favorite dessert really. Maybe macarons, but all the desserts would be a pretty good last meal. And then Bento, they're both siblings, by the way. Ashibu and Bento are both siblings. They're wonderful. Bento asked, what are my hobbies? I believe in garlic bread. Garlic bread is the truth. My hobbies are art, gaming, reading, anime, and YouTube. So what I mentioned previously in like likes and dislikes and things there. So then Beanie, who has been so supportive and amazing, asked, what song would you always recommend people listen to? And I took a bit to really consider this question because I had so many songs that I would ask people to listen to. But I think if I had to choose one, it would be Stand Out Fit In by One OK Rock, which is a Japanese band, but the song is primarily in English. So it's quite accessible to sort of this audience. And it's just got a really good message about all the conflicting expectations from society and how it's okay to be yourself. And I think that's really nice. Plus it's also a banger, so there's that too. So Emina asked, what was your greatest inspiration to becoming a VTuber? And this, for me, was probably, if I were to choose one, was watching the Niji Sanji Ien collaborations. I really liked seeing the way they played off each other and enjoyed spending time together, and it was just really nice to see collaborations. So I really like collaborations in particular. Collab streams are so much fun and I really like those. So Further Dawn asked, if you had to eat one food every day for the rest of your life, what would it be? For me, this is a recent addition to my palette, but I really like the Sukiya, which is a restaurant in Japan. The winter hot pot meal set in particular is really good. It's like beef and udon and rice, and it's something they only do in like autumn and winter months. Sukiya supremacy, yes! Sukiya mentioned, yes. It is, honestly, I wish they had it outside of Japan. Or I don't know if it is outside of Japan, but it's definitely not in Australia where I am. Sukiya, oh man. I've craved it ever since I had it. It was so good. And it's really affordable as well. So definitely Sukiya winter hot pot in particular is I could have every day for the rest of my life. Then DD asked, how or perhaps why did you come up with your VTuber persona or lore? So the persona I mentioned a bit later with Sele's comment, but as for my lore and stuff, it is based on my desire for growth and learning. That is sort of my central concept. So otherwise I just came up with a story about my history and what happened and that sort of thing. So Yalan asked, what is the reasoning behind the choice of your blue butterfly theme? So similarly, it references my country, Australia, and desire for growth. So the butterfly, which I do mention in Sele's as well, when he asks about the inspiration behind my names, the Ulysses butterfly is a butterfly native to sort of northern Queensland part of Australia, which isn't necessarily where I'm from, but it's a beautiful part and a gorgeous creature in our country, and also I think it's also found in like Papua New Guinea and up in that area as well, but it is one of the key symbols of that part of Australia. And it is just a gorgeous creature, and it's just beautiful. Plus, I love blue and things like that. So then, yes, Sele. So the other things to do with my name. So that's where I get Ulysses from. And then Elrin, as I mentioned in my lore video, is to do with my homeland. So I really wanted to pay tribute to my past so that I can grow from here. And then Mocha asked what inspired me to be a VTuber. So in addition to Niji Sanji collaborations, also just bringing a character to life. I really enjoy character design, and being able to see that really come to fruition and being able to then see it move and react is just really special and something I really, really like. And then anime girls, because So I want to do some credits now. So none of this would be possible is what I meant, without the help of some very, very amazing people, some very talented people. So the model art and rig, as I mentioned, are by Sen. So they are an amazing studio, and are very accessible as well, and affordable for people of different sort of needs. The stream overlays, telling you, yes! Sen is amazing. Sen is a big figure within the VTuber space, I think. Growing all the time because of our wonderful family. The stream overlays, transitions, alerts, and Twitch panels are by Dex Pixel. So they are a pre-made one. They're not specifically commissioned for me. So you can go and source those as well. I got mine via Etsy. The chat widget is also a pre-made one from Etsy by Millet Shop. The starting screen is a beautiful art piece with art and animation by Jirafuru. And the ending screen is by, I don't know how to pronounce it, I think it's Sakotak, but is just gorgeous. So you'll see that at the end of stream as well. The music you're hearing right now, as well as the one you heard at the start and what you'll hear at the end, are all by Kagamori. So they are a very, very talented composer that you can go and check out at over on VGen. So they do good VTuber packs as well, and they're very, very talented and very good at listening to your desire for it as well. I do have an alternate background music that you might hear occasionally. That is by RF Music as well, over on Fiverr. My logo, as I mentioned, is by Mika Logo. So Mika does a lot of amazing logos, and you'll see them quite a bit around the VTuber community as well. My bedroom that you would have seen when we started was by Roxlag over at Ko-Fi. Or Coffee, I'm not sure actually how people pronounce it. I always read it Ko-Fi, but I know it's meant to be coffee. That's also a general one, that's not a specific commission. And then I wanted to say thank you to all the other artists as well. I know that like my current banner on Twitch and everything, the art on the banner is by Unipix, and my Nami Yuki did my icon and everything. Just so many beautiful artists that I've been so fortunate to work with, and all the credits for all of those things can be found on my website. I do have a credits corner there that if you're ever curious about any of them, I do have credits for all of them, and I also have a fan art section that gives credits for all the different fan arts I have received or commissioned. So you can also find the artists for each art piece there as well if you ever need them. So with that out of the way, are you up to play? I don't have a specific video game planned, but I thought for debut we could do a little interactive activity that could help, you guys get to know me better and me get to know you better. So I have come up with a polarities game. So the way this works is that I have two options on a continuum, and I am curious to know which you think is, which one you prefer, and I'll tell you which one I prefer, which is the correct choice, by the way. But anyway, and we will go from there. So, the first one is pineapple on pizza, yes or no? I know this came up for Saleh recently. Yes, absolutely, definitely yes. Oh, no. Oh, for me, it's a yes. I'm with the yes camp all the way. That's actually, I expected more no's. Sorry, Cloudimus, you're in the minority. It's so yummy. It is! Hawaiian is my favorite pizza. We'll take it if it's there. Yeah. Not for me? Okay. It is the superior pizza. I agree, Anim. Absolutely. Seems we've got very, very clear opinions on that one. The next one. When you have toilet paper, is it over or under? This seems to really get some people sometimes. Under, but that's because I have cats. Oh, yes. That makes sense. Under if you have a cat. Fair. Under toilet people are beta. Anim. See, I agree with Yetis here. Cats, like if you have cats, under is kind of fair, but generally over. I do have a cat, but she's not, like, she doesn't make a mess, so I'm very fortunate there. That's interesting. Over cat ain't a problem for me, yeah. It sounds like for people who don't have cats or stuff like that, that over. But if you have a cat, I didn't even consider that. That's very fair that it would have to be under. Very interesting. Okay. Wouldn't under make it easier for cats to unroll it? Oh, depends, I guess. Or small child. They can use the wool to drag it down. Small cat and a small child and a cat are not the same thing. One is much cuter than the other. We'll move on to the next one. This is gonna start a debate. All right. Or the cat for over and under, yeah. So when driving, automatic or manual car. This will depend on what's available in your country. I know some are more prevalent in places than others, but in general, automatic or manual. Auto, yeah. Auto. There's a few different autos. That's interesting. I guess they're more common these days in a lot of places. Auto, it's called an automobile for a reason. In my opinion, I drive a manual. Automatic cars make it feel a bit more like Mario Kart. You're not doing a lot. It's fun. It's like you're in a game. Left legs are overrated. Boy, I use both. I don't skip one leg day. I use both when I drive. Otherwise you just have it sitting there doing nothing. That would get so boring. Although it does mean you have an extra hand to, like, I don't know, eat or drink while you drive or something. Obviously not alcohol, but drink water while you drive, rather than having to worry. Oh, happy debut. Thank you, Kimmy. Appreciate it. Welcome in. We're just going through a polarities game where we're discussing two different options and seeing what everyone thinks about it. And thank you for the debut too, Kimmy. I appreciate it. Welcome. Love to debut. Oh my gosh, my brain today is not on. The follow I meant. Okay, next up is, so, cereal. When you have cereal, do you put the cereal in first or the milk first? I think I have a clear idea of what people will say, but it's worth checking. Cereal first? Yeah, cereal first. I think our chat is sane. Anyone who says milk first is getting banned. Anim can actually
uphold that as well as a mod, so you better watch out what you say then. Someone once told me that they do milk first so they can microwave it, which is even worse. What? Milk first so they can... What? They microwave it? Do they have warm cereal? The only warm sort of cereal you have is porridge. That's insane. I don't know who that is, but get them out of your life. Or get them, like, mental health help, because that's not normal. Cereal first, definitely. So, this one is old school, kind of. Not really, but the dress. Bulk milk kinda OP and cereal. Oh, warm milk kinda OP. Really? I've never had warm milk and cereal. I just don't... Thinking about it, I don't think I could. Blue and black? Okay. Adam's very definitive on that. This is, yes, the dress controversy. I think everyone should be aware of this. You don't know what this is, Orion? Okay. Might have to sit this one out then, sorry. There was a photo back in, I don't know the year, a while ago, a few years ago. And the internet could not decide whether the dress was white and gold or blue and black. Yeah, Sally, are you going to send it to him? Hopefully. For me, I saw it as blue and black. But I know even, like, a lot of people saw it as white and gold. So it's very confusing. But yeah, for me, blue and black. It's blue and black? Yeah, you agree, Hermes. Animatronic, what are you doing there? Tell me you've never touched grass without telling me you've never touched grass? Wow. Seems like they're still discussing the warm milk, which is fair because that is insane. But it seems most people saw it as blue and black, which is interesting. Alright, so this is a simple morning or night. So are you sort of a night owl or an early bird? For me, I am more of a night owl, but until it hits like midnight and then I crash. So night for Cloudimus. Night 100% Orion. Interesting. Night animatronic. Yes, I know that to be true for you. And Soleil. Both. No sleep. No! That's not an option. You gotta sleep. Nighttime is best time. Nighttime, everyone. I tend to have a pretty, like, I'm not super early and not super late. Just sort of, like, in between. I'm trying to become more of an early bird, but Sally might have the better answer. No! Let's not encourage this! Sally, you need to sleep! Do not rise up. Stay down. Not good. You need to sleep. If you don't sleep, how are you meant to have good streams? Can't rise up if you never lie down. No. Not you encouraging this. We'll move on. We need to agree that Sally needs to sleep. Everyone else is okay as long as they sleep. Not big brain, no. Fellow no sleep comrade. I love sleep too much. I love my bed too much. I need my sleep. Sleep deprivation sleeps go kinda hard. Oh gosh, I think I'm outnumbered here. Streams, no sleeps. You can have one or the other, you can't have both. No, I need good sleeps. I can't function on like less than 7 hours. Okay, but that feeling when your brain locks up after 24 no sleep. What? I've had like one all-nighter in my life. That was because of a plane flight. I can't do that. You guys are all insane. That's insane. Impressive that you can function on that, but not that long. Okay, so we know that the true weirdo here is animatronic then. They even beat out Cele. So the next one, while you guys continue the sleep discussion, is crinkle cut or plain, like thin slice chips. You've surpassed the sleep deprived one. Indeed you have, Anim. Both chips? Mm-hmm. Just all the chips. Very interesting. For me, crinkle cut superiority. Superiority. I'll stand up. Crinkle cut, yeah. Kettle cooked, no ridge chips. So good. I don't know if we have them here. I haven't heard of no ridge. Oh, like the kettle ones. I'm not a big fan of kettle. I don't think. I like Smith's. Like both same. Honestly, both is good. Yeah, seems like a lot of people like both of them. Yeah, we do have kettle here. I thought no ridge was a specific thing, but you mean the like thin ones. Don't have a real opinion, but crinkle cut grabs more dip if you're dipping. That's fair. I tend to prefer crinkle cut because I really like salt and vinegar, and it tends to hold the flavor more. So like a similar thing. But I mean, the other ones are good too. So I don't really have a strong opinion on this one. But if I have to choose, I will probably choose the crinkle cut because, yeah, it tends to hold the flavor. And then, so sparkling or still water? There is a correct answer here, in my opinion. Is it chips or crisps? It's chips, okay? At least where I'm from. Sparkling water sucks, yeah. Still, sparkling is wrong, I agree. Taste empty. Still. Sparkling hurts. I agree. It's just not meant to be. And how I've heard in Europe you have to ask specifically for still water because sparkling is the default. Sparkling water makes you feel unhealthy. I get that, Cele. It's like you're having a soft drink with all the sugar, except it's not. And it's just weird. It's just not meant to be. Used to sparkling, but still as good. Okay. So Orion is wrong. I'm joking. You can have an opinion. But it's a very different opinion to the rest of us, it seems. Orion is fancy indeed. He has his sparkling water. It's good with water enhancer. Do you mean like cordial? Or something? By water enhancer? Sparkling water tastes angry. It does. It's like attacking your mouth. That's not something I want. Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid. Oh my gosh. Angry water. Although that's probably partly my accent as water. Oh, thank you for the follow, Ulysses EBG. I appreciate it. Then tea or coffee. So I am going to exclude hot chocolates from this, even though they are superior, and just go with tea or coffee. Tea? Yes. Tea? Or say it like us. Bristol. Is that a British accent coming in? Only tea if it's Lipton lemon flavor. Interesting opinion. Lipton is so full of sugar though. You like both though? Yeah. Big no on coffee on general. I agree with that one. I have a bit of a sensitivity to caffeine, so tea is enough to get me buzzing. Interesting that Orion likes coffee though. Love the water bottle. In it. Oh my gosh. Not the Brits. I should probably apologize a bit for my accent as well. If you do ever have difficulty understanding me, or say I maybe use a slang term that I don't realize other people don't know, just let me know. I am Australian, so I'm gonna have an accent, but I'll try and be a little pronounce things properly, hopefully. Coffee 100% is my lifeline, especially if it's iced. Iced coffee I've heard is really nice. Because I've heard that hot coffee, you just kind of taste hot. And then iced coffee, you actually get to taste the coffee more. Your body refuses caffeine outright. I get that, Sele. It's hard. Everyone else is like, just grab like an energy drink or something and keep yourself up. And you're just like, no, I just have to like survive on spite or something. And a tonic. Actually, I had a watermelon and mint flavored tea once. Kind of slapped. Nice. Was that iced or was that hot? Sounds like a really nice iced tea. The gap between good coffee and just coffee is huge. I've heard that, especially in America, that's the case. In Australia, you get good coffee just at Macca's, like at McDonald's. Like Australia is known for having really good coffee, which is interesting. I've heard in America it's very different, and the sort of the gap between good and bad is much larger. From time to time, otherwise I start shaking. Yeah. I think it was supposed to be ice, but I had it warm because it came in a satchel you do yourself. Ah! Yeah, like one of the ones you get from Woolworths, like Woolies the supermarket. Probably. Or one of those ones. They're decent. They're okay, the do-it-yourself ones. But warm would be kind of nice, to be honest. Running to Australia? Yeah, you should. I mean, if you really want good coffee, I have heard that Melbourne is the best place. They tend to be known for it. But yeah, it tends to be like, you know, you go to Macca's and you're good. It's not like, obviously there is still differences in between like Macca's and, I love the term Macca's. Yeah, sorry. That's the way I know it. McDonald's in Australia is Macca's. They have officially embraced it as well in their marketing. So, you know, it's Macca's. But, like, obviously, if you go to a nice cafe, they'll still do it better. But I've heard that the Macca's one is really decent as well. Coffee I picked up in Japan for my mum was really, really good, apparently. Oh, nice! That's good. Be right back, going to Australia for coffee. You will be welcome here. You are welcome to come for coffee and stay for, I don't know, the koalas or something. Cheapest coffee. Is it cheap? I don't know which one. Please share with the class. Which part? Which part do you want to be shared? You guys have the Tibet coffee. Okay, as a non-coffee drinker, I don't know a lot. I haven't heard of anything like that, but I'm not sure. Ryan should bring some back for everyone. Oh, he should. It's his responsibility now. He's volunteered as tribute for it. Okay, Ori, yep. Poor Orion. Picked off more than you can chew. Doing a Macca's run. Who wants? Yes! Embrace Macca's! Do it! The Macca's in Australia is also just like really good, apparently. Nuggies! You need your Chimkin nuggets! I've heard that it's one of the best McDonald's in the world. Which is cool. Apparently we have a really good Macca's. Coffee and fries. Gotta get those Macca's fries in. And the McCafe actually started in Australia, apparently. The Macca's McCafe. Because we like our coffee and stuff so much that we needed it at Macca's. And now our Burger King equivalent, which is Hungry Jack's, also has their own version of the cafe too, and they like everywhere does coffee, and hot chocolates and mochas and a lot of like caramel things as well. Super neat, didn't know that. Yeah, so you can, as far as I know, you can thank us Aussies for that, because yeah. So now they do things like, you know, macarons and fancy frappes and like toasted sandwiches and donuts and funky stuff. It's cool. It's very cool. So I don't know if I actually answered this question. I think I did. Tea for me, basically. Hot, cold, whatever. I like it. So yeah. Do I have one? Tea all the way. Yep, I think that claim came through pretty clearly, except for maybe Orion. He's a coffee drinker, which is fine. Now, cats or dogs? I mean, both are good. Both are great, but cats, cats, cats? Yeah? Well, there is a clear preference. Dogs, interesting. Orion being the outlier quite a bit at the moment. Vote him out. I think he is outnumbered. Imposter. Golden retrievers are too cute. Yeah, they are. But cats. I really like border collies as far as dogs go. But cats all the way. Cats, you have 3? Oh, beautiful. Oh, they sound lovely. Golden doodles have my heart too, but cats are so sweet. Yeah. I like that cats kind of like do their own thing, and also you feel like you have to earn their love, which, I don't know, it makes it more special. Dogs have too many bones. You pick up a cat and it's liquid. The cat are legitimate for this, and the last question, love that. Yeah. Mine's 13, wants too much attention. Yeah. Is that your cat? Because cats go one of, like, they're really interesting because they want your attention all the time, but sometimes they don't want you to know that they want your attention. They're a bit tsundere sometimes. Cats are clingy and always stick around me. Yep. And if you don't wake up on time, they're like yowling and yowling and yowling. Cats are indeed tsundere. They are! I absolutely think they are. She lets you know every time. Yep. At least she's clear about her needs, right? That makes it something. Alright. Okay, so that is the last polarity that I had prepared. If anyone else wants to suggest any, please feel free, because I think we've had some good discussions here. Otherwise, we will move on. Lets me know every time, yeah. Cats. Oh, I don't want to be around you. It's just a coincidence I'm in the same room 90% of the time. Literally! At least my cat is like that. She's adorable. I love her to bits, but she's also like the sort of cat who will sit just out of arm's reach all the time. Yeah, I taught her to give paw when she wants treats. Oh, she does it for everything now. That is just so cute. Trained cats are so adorable. Oh. She'll just want treats every second of the day. She'll be like, paw, paw, paw. Oh, that's beautiful. That's great. Okay, I will move on then. So, what's next? So, this is my schedule for the next week. I am planning to stream twice, on Wednesday and then again on Saturday. So, both times 9 AM Australian Eastern Standard Time. So, for my time zone, 9 AM. But it will be whatever time, obviously in your time zone. It's, what, UTC 11 PM, I think, is the equivalent. And then it's basically this streaming slot that we did today. So I started at 9 AM today for me, so it's whatever that is for you guys then. I haven't decided on a game yet because I'm hoping to let you guys help choose a game. I have a couple of different options, and I'm going to put out a poll later today on X, on Twitter, and we'll see what we feel like playing. So that should be fun, and I hope that people can join me for those. Otherwise, heck yeah, yes, LA. It'll be exciting. There's a couple of different options, and some of them I have played a bit of before, but it's been so long that I forgot and I never got through them. So I'm excited to see what people come up with. Otherwise, that is everything I had for my debut today. Did anyone have any extra questions or anything that they wanted to ask before we finish up? You want to advertise your Discord server? Not yet, Nim. I think I do have a Discord in the works, but I don't think we're ready to open that up yet. So I think we'll keep that for a bit longer. 10 out of 10 debut, congratulations. Thank you, Orion. I really appreciate everyone's support. It means so much to me that you've all come to like see this and support me and sort of just bed with my nerves and all my mistakes and everything. I mean, I think technically it went okay, but obviously a bit of scuff on my end. Congrats on debut and hitting 50 followers. Thank you. Yes, we're going to be pushing for affiliate as soon as we can. Great debut. Good job. Thank you, Animatonic. I appreciate it. I'm really, really grateful to everyone who's come. It means so much to me. I'm probably going to go pass out now. But Sele, you nailed it. Oh, thank you. I'm so appreciative of you, Sele. You've been such an amazing friend. I've just, from the moment I joined Twitter, you've been so supportive. I appreciate it. And Hermes too. You're both amazing people. Alright. Also, doing a debut in the morning is hard. I tried. The last week and a half, I've been trying to change my sleep schedule in preparation to be able to wake up in time. But I'm trying to do it in this time zone so that it's not unreasonably early for me, but I'm trying to make it more accessible to people in America as well. So yeah, the stress was definitely worth it. This is brilliant. Thank you. Yetis knows how much I was stressing beforehand. Oh gosh. It's been a lot, but I am so glad that it's happened, and I can't wait to see where we all go from here. That'll be exciting. So thank you so much, guys. The hard work and effort showed. Thank you. I'm glad. I'm very, very glad. Gosh. Now the next steps. It was very intimidating to press go live and everything. I'm sure everyone else understands that too. But it's exciting. Yeah. I'm glad. And I can't wait to actually stream games and build this community. And you know, I'm not just a Twitter tuber anymore. I'm a proper yay. So I should say that the VOD obviously will be available on Twitch for today, and I'm also going to be putting it on YouTube as well when I can, as soon as I can. And the lore video should have gone up at 10 o'clock on YouTube if you want to just watch that back again. I'll probably link to my YouTube in my Twitter as well at some point today once I've put that up. But otherwise, thank you so much, everyone. I'm going to sign off for now, and I'll see you all next time. So thank you again. I'm so grateful. Bye bye!